Hey, it's Justin Popovich here, and I want to help you out today. I want to give you some insights and tips on video marketing. What I'm doing right now, standing in front of a camera and learning to speak to your audience. It's one of the it's one of the best things you can learn how to do, but I'm still shocked at how few people actually want to do this. And I can understand there's fears and there's a little bit of worry. It's out of your comfort zone to do it, but let's look at the numbers. Still a relatively small number of people are willing to do it. So if you're one of those few people that actually steps forward, are you going to give yourself a better chance of success? You know the answer. So I thought, why not create a video to at least help you short track it, get on the fast track to creating videos. And you'll see video marketing. You don't have to be perfect. I'm already messing things up as I go along here, but that's the key. And so the first thing I want to talk about is why to do it. And the main thing is to create a relationship with your audience, to let them find out who you are as a person. And you can't really demonstrate yourself fully when you're writing. You can do a good job of it, but video shows who you are. It simulates having a conversation with you. And until you step in front of the camera, nobody can actually see that side of you. Nobody can see that side of your personality. Now, bringing that personality out on camera is not going to happen overnight. I'm going to get to that in a second and to some tips on how to actually behave on camera. But at a high level, in terms of why you want to do it, that's the number one reason is to build a connection with your audience, to let them know that you're a real person. Another sort of secondary reason for that as well is branding. If you have an online business, there's a very good chance that you have more than one thing for sale. Am I right? I'm just going to look in through the camera right now and try to read your mind. And yes, you do have more than one thing for sale, or you're planning on having more than one thing for sale. And so will it hurt you to be on camera more than once, or to get in front of your potential audience, either your prospects or your existing customers, and have multiple videos where they can see you speaking? Of course, that's not going to hurt. It's going to help. It's going to let them see more and more about you, your personality. And if you've been on my list for a while now, you know this is not the first time you've seen me on camera. So you know this is kind of how I am. And I've learned how to be comfortable on camera doing this. So I can tell you with a lot of confidence that some of my biggest deals and some of the most money I've made in my business has come from me being willing to get in front of the camera and learn and improve on this skill set. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the best video marketer, but I do well with it. I get good results in my business from being on video. And I've had many clients tell me that they felt comfortable buying from me, doing business with me, because they've seen me so many times, they feel like they know me. That is the reason behind all of this, is you want people to feel like they know you. And some people will connect with your on-screen personality, which should be your real personality, and some people won't. And that's just how it goes in life. So that is the number one reason you need to be doing this. And if you haven't started, well, I've given you the exact reason why you should start. So that's the first piece. Now that you know why, let's talk about getting started and preparing to start. And the short answer to this is you just start. Go get your cell phone, get your webcam, get anything you have, and do a video today. Pick something that you want to talk about. You don't even have to publish it. Just get in the habit of creating video so that you can watch the playback. But I remember seeing a quote once from a young actor, Shia LaBeouf, who's had a lot more success than a lot of other young actors, and I think he even won an Emmy at like the age of 16. So the guy knows what he's doing. And he was being interviewed once by an acting student asking for some tips. And I loved his quote because he said, "Never mistake preparation with productivity." You can prepare all day long. You can think about what kind of videos you want to create. You can think about what you're going to say. But at the end of the day, you just got to produce something. Create a video. Get in the habit of creating videos so that it becomes less of an uncomfort zone for you. It becomes more comfortable. It becomes more of a natural thing to do. So that is the key thing. Just get started with it. And then once you get started, you can learn from the feedback. You can learn by watching yourself on camera. And that in itself is going to be scary for a lot of people. So don't feel bad if you hate the sound of your own voice. You're very normal. Don't feel bad if you hate looking at yourself on camera. Not a lot of people do. I've gotten very used to it, but I quite honestly hated the sound of my own voice, hated watching my own videos. Now I can't say I love doing it, but it certainly doesn't bother me. And I'm quite happy to watch my own videos or watch practice videos that I do and look for ways to improve, look for opportunities where I can get better. And for me, I just look at it as a business skill. Like, I've got to get better at this if I want to succeed. A secondary component to that as well is when people get on camera, I see a lot of people try to script things and try to stick to an exact series of points that they want to deliver. And they almost want to memorize a quote unquote script ahead of time. And I'm going to suggest that you don't do that at all. Go into a video with a single idea or something that you want to say. So, and you're going to shoot videos for different purposes. Right now, I'm shooting this video as more of a branding type of video that I'm going to put on a blog. And my next video might be a sales video where I'm selling a product, and I'm going to approach them differently. But I just go into my videos with a rough idea of what I want to say, and then I've just become practiced at shooting a video where I communicate the idea fluidly without really preparing what I'm going to say ahead of time. Just being more natural and treating it as though I'm staring at a camera and I'm pretending it's a person, and I'm just using the camera as a person I'm going to explain my idea to. And so if you go in without much of a script, your nerves will reduce and you'll feel a lot more relaxed, and then you can just speak. And then the second part of that as well is not worry about doing it right or wrong. Like, how should I appear on camera? Or am I standing in the right position? Or all these technical things. You can improve, you can learn things that will work better than others, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So don't worry about doing things right or wrong. Just worry about shooting a video and publishing it. If you do that, 90% of the battle has been won. All the other stuff you'll improve on. Next tip, be yourself. When you get on camera, I've seen a lot of people transform into a TV personality. Hi, I'm Bill, and I want to tell you about my latest and then you go and meet Bill, and he's not like that at all. So you want to merge. You want to make sure that your on-camera personality is the same as you are off-camera. And it's going to feel a little weird at first because we've all probably grown up watching TV. At least I have. I'm pretty sure you have as well. And the TV personalities are sometimes kind of weird. You're like, I don't talk like that guy, but he's on camera, so maybe that's how I should behave. And I totally used to do that. A lot of my earlier videos, they're quite embarrassing to watch back. And your earlier videos will probably be embarrassing too, but don't worry, you'll get used to it. So just learn to be yourself. Learn to let loose a little bit and show your true self, because it goes back to my first point. It's about making that connection with your audience. And if you can do that, you'll be very successful. You'll attract people that appreciate you for who you are. And if you do a good job in your business and you bring good products and services to the market, why wouldn't they like you? Why wouldn't they support you? It works well. Next tip is practice. I already kind of mentioned it earlier, but I definitely wanted to focus on this for a quick second. If you don't practice shooting videos, if you just look at the or let's say you go to your bathroom and you look at yourself in the mirror, practicing what you want to say on camera, and then go back to your to your video setup and try to do it again, it's not going to work. So get in the habit of actually practicing being on camera so you can do the things I mentioned, like watching the playback, looking at your mannerisms. If there's a word that you tend to overuse, or if you're really overdoing it with the ums and ahs, you can catch yourself and practice correcting that, and get your own visual and audio feedback and a loop back. So as you do your next video, that'll kind of be top of mind and you can correct those things. Especially if you're having a hard time appearing natural on camera at the beginning, practice is the only way to get over that. I do videos all the time now. I shoot multiple videos a week, and a lot of them come easily to me, and some of them have converted very, very well when I do sales videos on my first take. And that did not come overnight. I've literally shot thousands of videos. So the sooner you get started, the sooner you'll get to a level where the videos you create will produce the results you want, which is ultimately where you're trying to go with this. You're trying to achieve success in your business with video. So practice, practice, practice. There's no way around it. Finally, I just wanted to talk about some of the tools, the technology that I use. It's not going to apply to everybody because I'm on a Mac, so some of the stuff I use won't be the same for you if you're on a PC. First and foremost, your camera, your audio setup, quite honestly, doesn't matter to begin with. I have shot very, very successful videos for sales funnels, for sales pages, for autoresponder sequences on a crappy camera with crappy audio, and it still converted. I still made money with it. I've shot older videos on like an old school digital camera, like the little square one, where the video quality was horrible, but it still achieved what I wanted it to achieve, because I was able to do the key things, which is get on camera, show my personality, connect with my audience. And even though the quality wasn't great, I much prefer my setup now with a white screen and a better camera. But even though the quality wasn't great, it still performed the way I wanted it to. So from an equipment standpoint, camera, audio, just get started with what you have. Anything will do, even your cell phone, just start. And then the lower level tools, because I'm on a Mac, I like to use iMovie. I use GarageBand actually. So as I'm shooting this video right now, I've got a Canon Rebel T3i, which is a nicer camera. It's meant for a lot of still photography, but it does shoot good video. And then I use GarageBand at the same time. So I've got a setup in front of me here. You can't see it, but I use GarageBand to record my voice. And I create a MP3 track of my voice recording. The camera captures a video track, and then I merge those two together in an application called ScreenFlow. You could do it in iMovie as well, and I've done both. I use ScreenFlow. It allows me to sync up the video feed with the audio so I can see that my lips match and it's going to export correctly. But then I can use ScreenFlow to add some After Effects if I want. Like I've got some white space behind me here. I could put a little cool thing here like, woo! See that? That was pretty sweet, wasn't it? So you could do that. So I use ScreenFlow to do it. Now, if you're on a PC, I know there's Windows Movie Maker, but quite honestly, I'm not the guy to give you those tips because I don't use a PC. I've got some partners that I know they use Windows Movie Maker, but then you can get into like really high-end, like $1,000 plus products that let you do all kinds of video editing after the fact. But you know, iMovie and ScreenFlow on the Mac, as well as GarageBand. On the PC, Windows Movie Maker, and you just noticed I did an edit there because my camera cut out on me. And you'll see this video is still going to do the job that I want it to do. It's not perfect, and don't worry about it being perfect. Cameras cut out, things happen. Just move on with it and get it out there. So I hope this video gives you not only strategic tips on how to do it, but also the mindset behind it. Just to get involved and get doing it, to build that connection with your audience. It's going to serve you for such a long period of time. It's an incredible investment to make by branding yourself, by connecting with your audience. And the only way to do it in the digital world, short of getting out there and actually shaking people's hands, digital world, you got to do video so they can get to see who you are. I hope you follow my advice, and if you have any questions, let me know. But I look forward to watching your videos. We'll see you soon.